Hey guys, this past Saturday, Second and Charles, in a nearby town, had a penny a page sale. So my son was very interested in going because that would, he was going to see about picking up some manga for a penny a page. Well, of course, one of the things that they excluded was comic books, but that wasn't a big deal. My There was a local comic shop that was nearby, Second and Charles. So after we left there, and he made out like a bandit. Let me tell you, paid $1.80 for several volumes of really good stuff. But anyway, went to the local comic shop. They weren't having a sale, but the guy ended up giving me a deal because I bought a pretty good many books. Anyway, picked this one up. This was a free book. I won't attempt to pronounce it, but it's from the creator of Tokyo Ghoul, as you can see on the cover. Uh, my son told me that these volumes weren't printed in English yet over here. Not sure if there are maybe some Japanese volumes of this character floating around, but just on the off chance this might be this character's first appearance in American comics, I picked it up. If it's not, oh well, it was free anyway. Also picked this one up. I love Planet of the Apes, and this one looked really cool, so thought I'd pick it up. And going along with that theme, this is Kong on the Planet of the Apes, Death Becomes Them, #1. I assume this is a mini series that Boom Studios put out, and I had found a couple of the Kong on the Planet of the Apes issues in the haul a while back. Haven't been able to find any more, much to my disappointment. But anyway, saw this one in the box and picked it up. Now, Fantasy Masterpieces #8, which reprints one of the Silver Surfer issues from the late 60s, early 70s. I like those old stories, and this is a lot cheaper than picking up the original version. Found one issue of Detective Comics, number 986. I think I've got this one in a trade paperback. Heck, most everything nowadays is printed in a trade paperback. But anyway, just thought I'd pick it up to have the original issue. Pick this one up. This is a J.M. DeMatteis story called Mercy. It's printed by Vertigo a couple years ago. Just thought it looked interesting. His stories are usually really, really good. So I thought I'd pick it up and check it out. Found this one. This is the Millennium Edition for Young Romance #1. I've got all of the other ones, and to be quite honest, this was the first time I had seen this one. It's Simon and Kirby, so felt like I couldn't lose. Picked up Blue Ribbon Comics from Red Circle Comics Group, aka Archie. This comic reprints some late 50s, early 60s Fly stories. I think there's some Shield stories or Lancelot Strong stories in it. So thought I'd pick it up. And Blue Ribbon Comics #5. Again, this is reprints of Simon and Kirby, Lancelot Strong, the Shield comics from the late 50s. Also got Western Gunfighters #19. Seems like I picked up a lot of stuff drawn by Jack Kirby, which can't lose with that. Anyway, it's got Kid Colt, Gunslinger, and Apache Kid in it. Reprints old 50s and 60s Marvel Western comics. Picked this one up just because I just thought it looked really cool. This is the Defenders #9 from the 2000-2001 series. again, looks like one of the old monster comics from the 50s and 60s that Kirby drew. Picked up Captain America number 432. The only reason I picked it up is because it mentions Baron Zemo on the cover, and Baron Zemo is one of my favorite villains in the Captain America universe, so picked it up. Got Silver Star number 2 and number 6. Again, going back to Jack Kirby, this was some of the stuff that Kirby did in the mid to late 80s for Pacific Comics. This was some of the last stuff that he did. Just thought I'd pick it up. I haven't really, heard much about it other than I know it's some of his last work, and I just thought it'd be cool to pick it up. Got the Avengers number 312. Saw the Blob on the cover, saw the statue of Thor getting wrecked. The Captain America statue was wrecked. Just thought I'd pick it up. This one, I'm going to be interested to see if I can find some more issues of this. It's called In Regards to Oswald's Body. From what I can gather from just thumbing through it, the story is that Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated John F. Kennedy, they dug his body up in 1980, and apparently the body was either missing or it wasn't his body in the coffin. Like I said, I just kind of flipped through it real quick. And anyway, looked like it'd be really, really interesting, so picked it up. Got Will Eisner's John Law Detective number 1 of 4. I've always liked Will Eisner's stuff. His characters, the spirit, John Law. I can't remember. He did a Swashbuckler series in the early 40s. Had Hawk, maybe Hawks of the Sea, something like that. Anyway, I enjoy Eisner's work. I know he didn't draw these particular stories, but it from glancing through it, it seemed to have that Eisner flavor. So thought I'd pick it up. Got Legion of Superheroes, Baxter series number 4. And number 5. I cannot remember if this was a reprint title. I know the very first issue of the Baxter series was a reprint of the regular series, but when you get old, you can't remember things. And anyway, I couldn't remember if this was a reprint. I know I haven't read this story in the regular Legion series, so thought I'd pick it up. But I stopped with the original Legion series right around number 328, 329, 330, somewhere around in there with my run. So if it is a reprint, it came after that. Got this issue of Superman, number 321. I actually had this book as a kid, but it was coverless. And I remember enjoying the story. I must have read it to death because I know it's not in my collection now. But anyway, I saw the cover and I recognized the story, so thought I'd pick it up. Get these out of the way. Pick this up from Apple Comics, High Shining Brass. As you can see, this is a true story of an American spy in Vietnam. I think Lomax had something to do, or I may be mistaken. I'm probably mistaken. Had something to do with the Nam book that Marvel put out. Anyway, it just looked pretty cool, and most of these Apple comics are a little more on the adult side, so thought I'd pick it up and check it out. Just thought this had a cool cover. Unexpected number 221. It's a Kubert cover, but, you know, thought I'd pick it up. Just thought it looked pretty cool. Picked this up. This is a Comic-Con program from FX 2008. I like grabbing these old Comic-Con programs just to check out who was there. I grab them when I see them. What I'm trying to do, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get a full set of the Heroes Con programs. I won't say I'm close, but I need probably 14 or 15 programs, I think. Might not be quite that many. I've got all of them since 1997, and I haven't missed a year since then. I picked up one or two before that, and I had the very first one. I'm still going through my collection. I recently had to move it. I remember seeing it several years ago, but I'm not sure exactly what box it's in. So hopefully I've still got the very first one, but if not, that may be another one I have to pick up. But anyway, I just like these old Comic-Con programs because they're kind of cool. Pick this one up. This is Amazing Heroes. If it'll stay up. Good job. Amazing Heroes, number 47. This is features an in-depth preview of Jack Kirby's Return to the New Gods. I'm assuming it refers to the Hunger Dogs graphic novel. Haven't looked through it yet, but I assume that's what it's talking about. Pick this up. The Mini Ghosts of Dr. Graves, number 50 from Charlton. This cover just looked really strange. It honest to goodness looked like a color photocopy. But it's not. It's just, as you know, Charlton printed all of their comics on printing presses that were designed to print cereal boxes. So anyway, this one just looked really strange. It's actually not cut correctly, but and the coloring is horrible. But nonetheless, I saw it and I just figured, I said, well, why not pick it up? Got this 100-page Flash Giant. This is actually, I think this was like a Walmart exclusive comic, from what I can tell, because there's a big giant Walmart ad on the back cover. Anyway, picked it up because it's 100 pages and it was really cheap. Still doing my research on this one. This is High School Romance number 66 from August of 1957. I haven't looked yet to see who the publisher of this is. It didn't indicate anything from thumbing through it. But anyway, I'm still researching to find it. I haven't researched very deeply yet. But anyway, nonetheless, I'm doing my research to find out who published this. Got the Outlaw Kid, number 24. This has some really cool 1950s, 1960s John Severin art in it. So thought I'd pick it up on the cheap. This is Banana Splits number, I thought I'd written on the back which number it was, but I haven't. I've been looking for a decent copy of this series. Why, you ask? Well, when I was a little fella, this was on TV, and I remember watching this on Saturday mornings and loved the show. So just kind of a nostalgia thing, so picked it up. This is Billy the Kid, number 64 from Charlton. I just like the artwork on the cover. This doesn't look like a regular artist for Charlton. Again, I got to do a little research to find out who drew this cover. But anyway, I just thought it looked pretty cool, and this is a Charlton Western. And they usually usually their Westerns are really good. Ones from the 60s anyway, 50s and 60s. Got Tarzan number 161 from Gold Key. This book's in really good shape. Pay no attention to the $4 tag on it. I did not pay $4 for this book. I rebagged it because the bag it was in looked like somebody had buried it in the ground. So rebagged it and looks really nice. By the way, if any of you are Gold Key collectors, what the heck is the deal with finding bags for these comics? Holy cow. They don't fit the 1950s bags. They're just a smidgen too big. But the Golden Age bags are way too big. Way too big. So if any of you watch this video and are a Gold Key collector, if you can point me in the right direction as to where to find, and Dell comics are the same way from the 50s and 60s, and I know there are people who collect these books, and there's got to be a way to protect these books, especially for those who collect them in high grade. So if any of you watching this know what kind of bags I need to pick up, what I need to ask for, I've even asked comic dealers, and they just kind of look at me and say, I really don't know. So if any of you know and could post it in the comments, I'd greatly appreciate it. This is Korak number 3 from Gold Key. Number 7. That one's in really good shape for its age. It's from 1964. Number 10. And number 11. This one, if I could get it pressed, honestly, I think this one would probably grade out at a 7 or above. It just needs a good press because there's no spine ticks. There's no tears around the staples. I just think this thing was maybe read once and put in a box, and it wasn't in a bag or boards. It just got kind of wrinkled a little bit. Anyway, though, it's a good book, good looking book. And lastly, this is Korak number 21. Ended up, for those of you who are interested, I ended up paying about 65 cents a copy for these books. So thought I came out pretty good. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, support your local comic shop as much as you can, and appreciate you sticking with me, and we'll see you next time.